Good morning. So my name's Katie, for anyone that does not know me, and welcome to Sunrise Flow. So this morning we are going to be awakening the body, we're going to be moving, we're going to be stretching, we're going to connect to our breath. If there's anything that you'd like to add to your practice, whether it's some sort of prop, so you can always invite blocks into your practice. If you don't have blocks, larger books are great. Straps are always fun, but if you don't have straps, towels, ties, and if you want any support for your tush or your knees, you could grab pillows or blankets. Those are also good to fill up gaps in the body because it fills it up, but then the more you stretch out, it gives you that option to release deeper into the pose. So you don't need any of that. That is only if you want to add it to your practice. And this morning we're going to start in a seated position on our mat. So you can head over to your mat if you're not already and begin to sit down. So sitting down comfortably is different for every person. Some might like across the legs. Some might want their knees bent sitting upon their heels, while others like an extension. And some really just hate sitting down for long periods of time. So maybe utilizing that pillow or that blanket under your tail to elevate the hips might be of some comfort to you. Whatever it is. So let's begin. I'm going to head over to my mat. And it's funny because doing these online videos, you realize how little clothes you have, which is fine because I don't like to have a lot of clothes. I'm going to go on a rant right here. But I realized I wore the same thing in my Thursday class, which is fine because it's washed and it's clean. But I tend to always wear the same thing, so it's kind of a funny reminder. You're like, is she doing these videos on the same day? Or I just utilize the clothes I have. But I wouldn't have noticed this if it wasn't for being virtual. Alright, so let's find that nice comfortable seat. Take that flesh away from your sits bones so that you ground down. Feel yourself root to the earth. And imagine your roots growing into the ground. So I like to imagine myself as a tree, growing my roots deep down into the earth, really attaching to Mother Earth and starting to gain her nutrients. And at the same time as I'm rooting down, I'm growing a bit longer. Shoulders are rolling down away from the ears. My eyes are gently closed. Space is growing between each vertebrae. So even the tallest tree in the world has the deepest roots. So remind yourself it's great to grow, but we must stay grounded. And as you begin to settle into this space, settle into your practice, allow yourself to do a body scan here. Looking from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, notice any physical tension. Any tension that you'd like to release from. And now notice if it's superficial tension. And if it is, give yourself an inhale. And on the exhale, release it. So maybe superficial tension is some crowding of the third eye, space between your brows, clenching of the jaw, tightening of the fingers. Whatever it may be that you can release here and now, release. Now as you're doing that body scan, start to notice any places that you may be holding on to deeper tension, some areas that you'd really like to work on throughout the class. Acknowledge that tension and give her permission to release. So a lot of times when we say the words let go, we tend to hold on a bit tighter. So I'm not telling you to let go of that deeper tension. I'm just telling yourself to give yourself permission to release. You may notice how your grasp upon it softens slightly. Coming to the mind, notice any chatter happening up here. Whether you're worrying about the class or the day to come, or you're thinking about the weekend that you just had, or anything in between, to-do lists. Grab your imaginary broom and start to sweep the space in your mind from side to side, clearing out all that chatter, clearing out that clutter. Until you're left with a blank space, the only thing that's here is you and your practice. Everything else swept away. And allowing yourself to deepen your breath, focusing more upon it, feeling your inhales get deeper and your exhales get longer. And you could keep it pretty natural with just the lengthening of the breath. Or if you want to bring more awareness to it, you could start your 3-part belly breath, your Dirga breath. Inhaling through the nose, allowing that breath to fill into the belly, flow up through the ribs, and land in the chest. On the exhale, release from the chest, then the ribs, and finally the belly. So deep, full breaths here. Inhale through the belly, ribs and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Letting this breath be as slow or as long as you'd like. But remember to release all of the air. So really draw that navel up and in to push it all out. To give yourself more space for the next breath. Begin to notice how when you are truly focused upon your breath, when you're focused on each inhale that enters the body and each exhale that exits the body, your mind has been clear of everything else, allowing you to stay present, allowing you to stay peaceful. Come in through center. Lengthen through your crown. Exhale, chin to chest. So the head falls forward, the back stays straight. Shoulders roll down. Feeling the stretch start in the back. Come through the back of the neck and in through the base of the scalp. Jaw is soft, lips fall forward. And you could stay here. You could start some movement, rolling one ear to one shoulder. Chin comes through chest, other ear to the other shoulder. Starting to roll side to side. You may hear some popping, you may hear some clicking as you warm up. Noticing any tight areas that need a little extra love. You can always pause and give them a couple of breaths before you move on. Or you can continue just to flow side to side. And the next time that your right ear is to your right shoulder, pause. Rolling that right shoulder down and away. Give space for that head to fall as you breathe into the left side of your neck. Left fingers could stay on your lap or they could walk out to the side. Right fingers could stay to your lap or you could place them upon your head, fingertips towards the ear. So it's a gentle touch here. We're not pressing down on our head, but that light touch adds the softest amount of pressure. Deepen the stretch. Inhale, your hands come down. Exhale, roll your chin through chest. Left ear falls to the left shoulder. Roll that left shoulder down so you can bring the attention to the right side of your neck. Right fingers can stay to your lap, or they can walk out to the side. Left fingers can stay to the lap. You could wrap them around the head, fingertips towards the ear. And remind yourself that everything I offer are suggestions. It's up to you to connect to your practice, to your body, to your breath. See what it is that you need, not me, what you need. Inhale, bring those hands back down. Exhale, roll your chin through chest and slowly roll your head all the way up. On your next inhale, sweep the hands up. Connect at the palms, lower your hands to the heart. Take a moment here and set an intention for yourself, set an intention for the practice ahead. Whatever that intention may be, breathe into it, set it in place within your heart. Inhale, sweep the hands up, interlace the fingers, lift the palms up, shrug those shoulders, get a little arch to your spine here. Inhale, maybe turn the gaze up to them. Exhale, start to round your spine, arms come out to chest height. Really reaching forward, stretching from the lower back all the way through those shoulders. Inhale up, get that little arch here. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale all the way up. Release your hands and take your left hand to your right wrist. Inhale, lengthen through that right. Exhale, start to lean over to the left. Now notice your back here if you're arching. Try to tuck your hips under, stack one vertebrae upon the other. Really stretching through that side body, and try not to close your heart here. Keeping your arm and your heart nice and open. Inhale up through center. Let's switch sides. Lengthen through that left. Exhale, start to lean. And it doesn't have to be a huge lean. It could just be a gentle tug. We're going to make all of our movements a little bit bigger soon. Inhale up. Let's bring our arms out in front. Take your left hand to your right wrist and start to twist over to the side. Inhale, come through center. Let's switch to the other side. Inhale, come through center. Float the arms up. Exhale, let's come forward to a tabletop position. So shoulders are stacked upon those wrists, hips upon the knees, neutral spine to begin. Work through a couple of cow and cats here. So inhale, let that belly fall, heart and tail move. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the hips, turn the gaze. Inhale, belly down. Collarbone separate. Exhale, round. Close your eyes here and connect within. Connect to your physical self. Allow that body to move in whatever way it wants to move. So maybe there's swaying of the hips, maybe there's rocking of the weight. And now allow yourself to come back to stillness at a table. Inhale, lift the right fingers to the sky. We're going to thread the needle. Exhale, right hand comes under the left, stretch through that shoulder before you release it down. Right side of your head down, right shoulder down, left hand by the face, out in front of the mat, up to the sky or behind the back, getting a big stretch through the front of that shoulder. and appreciating the twist in your spine. Inhale, bring that left hand back by the face. Press into that palm so you can lift the right fingers all the way up and lower down. Let's work to the other side. Inhale the left fingers up. Exhale, sweep it under. Stretch all the way through that shoulder before you release it down. Right hand again could stay by the face. Out in front of the mat, up to the sky or behind the back. If you've taken my class before, you know I'll remind you that you don't have to do the same thing on each side. Your balance, because we are doing the twist on both sides, but our shoulders may be asking for something different. Inhale that right hand by the face. Press into it as you exhale. Sweep the left fingers all the way up and lower to your table. So walk your hands up just a handprint. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Curl your toes under. Press into your heels and lift the hips up. Find a down dog. Shoulders away from the ears. You can start to pedal out your feet here. Bend one knee and then the other. Again, feeling any popping, any clicking, let it work itself out. As long as there's no pain. Soreness, stiffness is natural, but let's not have any pain here. Slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. Allowing a ragdoll here, so top half of your body hangs over the bottom half. You can have your hands towards the floor. You can grab opposite hand to opposite elbow as you sway side to side, rock heel to toe. Let everything go. Shrug your shoulders, shake your head yes and no. Don't be shy. And now releasing your hands down, slowly press into your feet as you roll all the way up to stand. All right, so once we get to standing, we're going to take a bigger side body stretch here. So, feet right below those hips. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, left hand comes down by your side. Tuck your tailbone under, so don't arch your back here. And if you notice you're arching, really engage to tuck that tailbone under. Inhale, lengthen through the right. Exhale, left hand slides down your leg. Gaze can be wherever's comfortable. So again, this is where I'm talking about the arching of the back. So a lot of times as we're coming down, we start to arch our back thinking that we can get so much deeper. But once we tuck our hips under and form that flat back, you may have to pull yourself out slightly, and that's okay. Release the ego and just connect within. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen through that left. Tuck that tailbone under. Exhale, start to lean. And once again, try to not have that shoulder roll forward. You want to keep it open. Deep breaths. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the feet. Lowering to your knees, drop to the tops of your feet, crease of your elbows, face the front of your mat. Lower all the way down. Roll the shoulders down. Hands are by the upper ribs. You may need to scooch them down a little. So elbows squeeze in, shoulders roll down. Press into your feet so don't lose integrity through the lower body.
Lift and lengthen through the crown, staying low. This is your baby cobra. Gaze stays down the bridge of your nose. You're in a place where you're breathing. And if you were to lift your hands up off the ground, you would stay there because our back body is doing the work here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look in between the hands. Exhale, walk or step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands apart. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back to a plank. So in a plank, once again, knees up or down, shoulders in line with those wrists, long line from your heels to your crown. If you're going to keep your knees lifted, rock onto your tiptoes, creases of those elbows face forward. Hug the elbows by your side as you lower all the way down. Release to the tops of your feet, legs engage as they stick to the mat. Hands by the upper ribs, elbows squeeze in, shoulders roll down. Inhale, baby cobra, or press into your palms. Lift up for a little higher in your cobra. Heart is open, shoulders are down, slight bend to those elbows. Watch the shoulders, we're not keeping them up here. And try not to hyperextend your neck here. So keep your gaze soft, slightly out in front. On your next exhale, lower down. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. So fingers are spread nice and wide. Shoulders are away from the ears. Gaze is back towards the toes. We're in our down dog. So hips lift up nice and high to the sky. It's okay if your knees bend or your heels are lifted. Inhale, lift the right toes to the sky. So we're keeping our hips square. We're not opening up to the side of the room yet. Our hips are nice and square. You may drop that right foot down slightly. Inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee comes in towards your chest. Engage your core. Inhale back, three-legged dog. You can always take this with your knee down. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale, come forward, look in between your hands and plant that right foot down. So again, if you need to drop your knee to scooch that foot forward, feel free. Back knee and heel stay lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep the arms up, shoulders are down. So we're in a crescent toe warrior, hips are square, tummy is tucked. Our muscles are engaged. So once again, we're not just sinking into the pose and relying on our ligaments. We want to keep those muscles engaged, our ligaments and our tendons actually. We really want to let this be a strengthening pose, a stretching pose, a balancing pose. Remember to breathe, some deep inhales, deep exhales. Appreciate everything happening in your body right now. Inhale, start to bend the elbows down to cactus arms. Open up your heart, feel your shoulder blades pull together, your chest opens. Exhale, shoot it out. Inhale, bend cactus arms. Exhale, out. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Holding it up top, inhale. Exhale, float those hands down, frame your front foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Find yourself in your plank. As we lower, you can lower all the way or halfway for a chaturanga. Elbows come to a 90 degree. Inhale, baby cobra, cobra or up dog. In an up dog, everything's off the ground with the tops of your feet and your palms. Heart is open, shoulders are down. Exhale, down dog. Remember to spread those fingers nice and wide, distribute that weight evenly so it's not just in your wrists. Inhale, lift the left toes up, keep the hips square. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, forward, knee to chest. Inhale back. Exhale, forward, look in between your hands. Plant that left foot down. Left knee stacks upon that left ankle. Beautiful body alignment, joint alignment. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, float up. So that left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, shoulders down, tummy is tight. Breathing, connecting. Maybe you're sweating. It's warm in my basement today. On your next inhale, bend those elbows down to cactus arms. Open up through that heart. Exhale, shoot it out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it up top. Inhale. Exhale, float those hands down. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Working your way through a vinyasa, so lowering down at your own variation. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, lift the right toes up to the sky. This time you can open up to the side of the room if you'd like, lifting up the right toes a little bit higher. But be mindful of your shoulders, so we tend to want to open up to that right side. Keep your shoulders nice and square, even with your hip opening. Inhale. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Engage that core. Inhale back, open up, keep the shoulders square. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Crunch that oblique. Inhale back. Exhale, let's cross the midline. Right knee to left elbow, open up, keep the shoulders square. Last one, right knee into the chest, look in between your hands, plant that right foot down. Left heel drops, toes turn in. So right knee in line with that right ankle, front heel in line with your back arch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's pinwheel that left arm behind, right arm is out front. We're in our warrior 2. Right knee stays open towards that pinky toe, feeling that inner thigh stretch. Hips are tucked, arms are long, shoulders are down. Breathing. Lift that right palm, right fingers lift, left hand drops back. As we exalt our warrior, a lot of times our knee falls in towards that midline, keeping it open. Inhale, come back to the horizon. Bend your right elbow, hinge forward, right elbow to right thigh, left fingers up to the sky. Right hand is active like you're serving someone a plate of food, and you're not sinking into that shoulder. You're nice and long. Inhale, come back to the horizon. Exhale, let's pinwheel those arms around, popping up onto your back toes. Plant the left hand down to the inside of that right foot, right fingers lift to the sky. So we're taking a twist here. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Right foot goes back to meet the left, or it stays lifted behind you as you work through your vinyasa. These are all options for you, and you can totally skip the vinyasa and meet in a down dog. Connect to your breath, connect to the moment a little bit longer. Inhale, left toes up, open up the hip, keep the shoulders square. Point those toes. Inhale. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Inhale back, 3-legged dog, shoulders are square. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, let's cross that midline, left knee to right elbow. Hips stay up. Exhale back. Inhale back. Exhale, rock forward. Left knee in towards that chest. Plant the left foot down. Right heel drops. Toes turn in. Left knee on top of that left ankle. And you can always have a little bit behind. I just don't want your knee beyond your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's pinwheel that right hand behind. Left arm is out front. Left knee stays open towards that pinky toe. Keeping it open, inner thigh stretch, hips are tucked, shoulders are down. Flip that left palm, inhale. Exhale, left hand drops, right hand drops, left hand lifts. I'll get it right. Inhale, let's come back to the horizon. Bend that left elbow, hinge forward, left elbow to left thigh, right fingers up top. Again, we're not sinking into that left shoulder, we're nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, coming on up. Holding your warrior two for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, pinwheel. So we're popping up on our back toes. We're going to take that twist. Right hand plants to the inside of your left foot. Left fingers up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, lower that left hand down. So left foot goes back to meet the right, or it can stay lifted behind you as you lower. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Couple of nice deep breaths in your down dog, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, look in between the hands. Exhale, let's send the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Take a brief moment to check in. Notice if any chatters return. Breathe it away. Come to here and now for just a little bit longer. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, sit back into your chair. So the hips are back, the shoulders are down, weight back towards your heels. Heart is lifted, so we don't want to be bent over in half here. We want to keep our heart open. You can always take your hands to heart center. Now focus upon your drishti. Your drishti is your focal point, something a foot or two in front of you that's not moving. Inhale, and on the exhale, rock onto your tiptoes. Maybe you sink your hips a little bit lower and breathe. Inhale here. Exhale slowly, with keeping those heels lifted, try and drop your hips down towards your heels. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. Our breath is our life force, strength, peace, energy. Allow the shakes to happen. And once your hips drop towards your heels, feel free to roll on back. Take those knees in and just start to rock and roll, whatever feels good. You can always do those spinal rocks where you come up and back. Again, this is your practice. Take it wherever it is that you'd like. All right, let's come down to our backs if you're not already. Knees are bent, feet are planted. Cross that right foot over the left. Make a figure four. You could stay here, keeping both hips connected. You could take your right hand to your right thigh, not the knee. Keep it to that meaty portion. Or you can pick the left foot off of the ground, drawing those knees in. I like to use my right elbow to keep my right leg open. Feeling the nice stretch in the outer hip. lowering your left foot down. Cross that right knee all the way over like you're sitting in a chair. Arms can float out to a T or to cactus arms. This is a bit more of a shoulder chest opener. Inhale here. Exhale, let your knees fall to the left. So if it's not comfortable to have your legs crossed, just stack one knee on top of the other. It's okay if your knees don't touch the ground. It's okay if your shoulders pop up. Inhale, come up through center. Let's plant that right foot down. Let's cross the left foot on top of the right. Make that figure four. So you could stay here. You could take that hand to the thigh, once again, that meaty portion. Or you could start to pick the right foot off of the ground, drawing those knees in. Allowing your attention to be on that outer hip. Plant that right foot down, cross the left knee all the way over. Arms out to a T or cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Let's drop the knees to the right. Gaze can be up and over, up or over the left. Feeling the stretch, feeling the twist, melting into it. And now come up through center. Plant both feet down, knees are bent, feet are planted. We're going to come into a bridge. Palms are down by your sides. Making any adjustments you may need here. Inhale. Exhale, press into your heels and lift the hips up to the sky. Palms can stay connected to the mat. You can interlace your fingers. If you do, try and walk one shoulder under and then the other. You'll notice that your hips lift up a little bit higher to the sky. You can see your belly breath here, so you can see the rise and fall of each inhale and exhale. Noticing where you're holding on to tension. Maybe you're tensing up through your glutes, through your hamstring. See if you can hold on to the pose, but soften it just a little bit. Releasing your hands, coming up onto your tiptoes. Start to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once your lower back meets the floor, you could hug those knees into chest. Maybe you take a happy baby, grabbing the outsides of your feet, or you could grab your great toe. Knees towards your shoulders, hips stay connected to the floor as you rock side to side. Inhale, bring those knees in. Exhale, slowly start to release down, getting yourself ready for Shavasana. So if you need any layers, you can put them on now. And then let those legs walk out of the hips, feet splay open. You can always give them a little wiggle just to release out a little bit more. Same thing with the arms. Arms walk out of the shoulders, palms face up. Your belly is nice and soft here. Shoulders melt down. You can move your jaw around if you need to release it a little. Eyelids are gently closed. And feel the third eye softening. That release helps to soften the entire face and scalp. And just melt into the moment. Stop picking on yourself, worrying if you're good enough, wondering what people will see if you let them see your heart. This is what they'll see, that you are a lovable and delightful soul, a beautiful child of God. Be yourself and accept yourself. You don't have to sit up that straight, be that proper, or fear what others may see. Let your imperfections show. Share them. Love yourself anyway. Relax and be who you are. When you do that, your life will be fun and a joyful gift to others. People who comfortably accept who they are, both their flaws and their good points, are healing, delightful, and fun to be around. Look at any work of nature, a canyon, a flower, a bird, a mountain or a forest trail. Where does the perfection begin and the imperfection end? It's the combination that makes a perfect scene. So it is with you. Relax, lighten up, let go of shame and fear. The whole picture is perfect and perfectly okay. Deepening your breath and adding small movement into your body. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Slowly make your way to your right side, like you're rolling over in bed, just for a breath. Then press your way to your last seated position. Once you get there, take hands to heart center, gently bowing your head. Say something nice to yourself here. Maybe you show yourself that love. Love for your flaws. Love for your imperfections, love for you. Show love and gratitude to all those around you. Letting them know that they are a loving, delightful child of God. Imperfections and all. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Praying to always look compassionately. Bring the thumbs to the lips, praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with the thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead.